In this era of unparalleled connectivity and relentless streams of information, the ancient wisdom of Stoicism offers a grounding perspective in discerning truth from falsehood. As we interact with a myriad of personalities in our daily lives, the ability to identify deceit becomes not just a skill, but a vital necessity for maintaining personal integrity and harmonious relationships. Stoicism, a philosophy with roots deeply embedded in ancient Greek and Roman cultures, teaches us to approach life with rationality, emotional intelligence, and a keen sense of observance. This insightful video aims to explore 7 quintessential signs that may indicate someone is lying to you. These signs are woven into the fabric of human behavior and communication, subtle yet discernible to the observant eye. In the spirit of Stoicism, we approach this topic not with judgment or cynicism, but with the objective of understanding human nature and fostering genuine connections. Stoicism at its core is about living a life of virtue, wisdom, and emotional resilience. It encourages us to perceive beyond the superficial, to question, and to reflect, thus enabling us to navigate through the complexities of human interactions with a balanced and composed mindset. As we delve into these indicators of deceit, we will intertwine Stoic principles with practical observations, enriching our understanding of both the philosophy and the art of discerning truth. Each sign will be examined through a Stoic lens, highlighting not only what to observe, but also how to interpret these observations in the broader context of human behavior and ethics. This exploration is not just about unmasking falsehoods, but about enhancing our capacity for empathy, understanding, and thoughtful interaction in our quest for truth and authenticity in our personal and professional lives. Join us on this enlightening journey as we unravel the threads of deception and discover how the timeless wisdom of Stoicism can guide us in recognizing the subtle signs that someone might be veiling the truth. 1. Inconsistencies in their story. The Stoic philosophy, with its emphasis on reason and logic, teaches us the importance of coherence and consistency in our thoughts and narratives. One of the most telling signs that someone may be lying is the presence of inconsistencies in their story. Just as a Stoic seeks harmony in their actions and beliefs, a truthful narrative naturally follows a consistent and logical pattern. When a story is fabricated, maintaining this natural flow becomes a challenging endeavor, often leading to contradictions and discrepancies over time. In our interactions, we should listen attentively, akin to a Stoic practicing mindfulness. As Marcus Aurelius, a prominent Stoic philosopher, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This principle applies to discerning truth. We must focus on the internal logic of what is being shared with us. If a person frequently alters key details, contradicts earlier statements, or adds improbable elements to their story, it could be a signal that they are constructing a reality rather than recounting an actual one. However, in true Stoic fashion, it's crucial to approach these observations not with haste or judgment, but with measured consideration. Human memory is inherently imperfect, and honest mistakes or forgetfulness can sometimes mirror the signs of deceit. Therefore, while inconsistency is a significant indicator, it should be considered in the broader context of the situation and the individual's overall behavior and character. 2. Avoidance of eye contact. In the Stoic pursuit of truth, the subtleties of nonverbal communication, such as eye contact, hold significant importance. Eye contact is a powerful form of human connection. It can convey honesty, confidence, and vulnerability. A common indicator that someone might be lying is the avoidance of eye contact. When a person frequently shies away from meeting your gaze, especially at crucial moments in their narrative, it may suggest a discomfort that stems from deceit. However, Stoicism teaches us the virtue of perspective and understanding. Marcus Aurelius reminded us to consider the whole nature of the universe and the interconnectedness of all things. In the context of eye contact, this means recognizing cultural, personal, and situational factors that influence behavior. For some individuals, sustained eye contact can be culturally inappropriate or personally uncomfortable, regardless of truthfulness. Furthermore, certain psychological conditions or social anxieties can also lead to avoidance of eye contact. Therefore, while a lack of eye contact can be a sign of dishonesty, it should not be the sole criterion for judgment. It must be evaluated in conjunction with other indicators and an understanding of the individual's cultural background and personal characteristics. As Stoics, we are encouraged to observe, but also to comprehend the broader context, allowing us to approach the situation with a balanced and reasoned perspective. This approach helps in making a more accurate assessment of whether someone is concealing the truth or simply expressing themselves in a manner that aligns with their personal or cultural norms. 3. Contradictory body language. The Stoic philosophy, deeply rooted in the pursuit of congruence between one's internal states and external expressions, teaches us the significance of body language as a window into a person's true feelings and intentions. A vital sign that may suggest someone is lying is contradictory body language. This occurs when there's a disconnect between what a person is saying and their physical gestures or expressions. For instance, a person might verbally express regret or sorrow, yet their facial expressions or body posture may convey indifference or even amusement. Stoicism, as practiced by thinkers like Seneca, encourages us not to rely solely on words, but to observe the harmony or disharmony in a person's overall demeanor. Just as a Stoic strives for alignment in thought, word, and deed, a truthful person's actions and language are typically in sync. When someone tells a story, their genuine emotions are often unconsciously mirrored in their body language. If these nonverbal cues contradict their words, it might indicate that the words are not stemming from a place of sincerity. However, interpreting body language requires a nuanced understanding. Cultural differences, personal habits, or even nervousness can influence someone's physical demeanor. A Stoic approach to this sign of deceit involves careful observation, tempered with the wisdom to consider individual differences and circumstances. As such, while contradictory body language can be a strong indicator of deceit, it should be assessed within the larger context of the person's behavior and the situation at hand. 4. Unnecessary details and over-explanation. Stoicism, with its emphasis on clarity and simplicity, provides a valuable framework for recognizing another sign of deceit: the tendency to offer unnecessary details and over-explanations. When someone is not telling the truth, they might inadvertently reveal this through the complexity and volume of their narrative. Liars often feel the need to bolster their story with excessive details, believing it makes their fabrication more convincing. This overcomplication can be a red flag, as it deviates from the Stoic virtue of straightforwardness. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, taught that we should speak only when necessary, and that our words should be succinct and meaningful. When a person's account of an event is laden with irrelevant details or they provide elaborate explanations for simple situations, it suggests a departure from this principle. The surplus information might serve as a smokescreen, intended to distract the listener and mask the falsehoods. However, the Stoic approach to this potential sign of lying is not to jump to immediate conclusions. It's important to consider individual communication styles. Some people naturally express themselves in a more detailed and elaborate manner. Therefore, while an overabundance of details can indicate deception, it's essential to evaluate this in conjunction with other signs and the person's usual manner of speaking. As Stoics, we're reminded to balance our keen observations with understanding and discernment, ensuring that our conclusions are well-founded and not hastily drawn. 5. Changes in voice and speech patterns. The Stoic philosophy, which values self-control and composure, offers insight into detecting deceit through changes in voice and speech patterns. When someone is lying, they might exhibit involuntary alterations in their vocal characteristics. These can include variations in pitch, speaking faster or slower than usual, or an increase in hesitations and stammers. Such changes often stem from the psychological stress of fabricating a story, as maintaining a falsehood requires significant mental effort and can induce anxiety. Stoicism teaches us the importance of self-awareness, particularly in how we communicate. Marcus Aurelius, a proponent of Stoicism, advised, Be silent for the most part, or if you speak, say only what is necessary and in a few words. This counsel underscores the value placed on measured and deliberate speech. When someone's verbal expression deviates markedly from their typical pattern, especially in critical parts of their narrative, it may suggest a struggle to maintain the facade of their lie. However, in true Stoic fashion, it is important to consider these observations within a broader context. Natural variations in speech occur due to a range of emotions, not solely dishonesty. Nervousness, excitement, or even sadness can alter how a person speaks. Therefore, while changes in voice and speech patterns can be indicative of deceit, they should be interpreted alongside other behavioral cues and an understanding of the individual's baseline communication style. This holistic approach allows for a more accurate and reasoned assessment of whether someone is likely being untruthful. 6. Defensiveness and Aggression. In the realm of Stoicism, where equanimity and rational response to conflict are highly valued, observing a person's reaction to questioning can be revealing. A key sign that someone might be lying is their display of defensiveness or aggression when probed. Stoic philosophy teaches us the importance of responding to challenges with calm and reason, but a person who is lying often struggles to maintain this composure. When their narrative is questioned or doubted, they may react defensively or even with hostility, as an instinctive mechanism to protect their fabricated story. This defensive or aggressive response can manifest in various ways. A sudden change in tone, an attempt to flip the conversation onto the questioner, or a refusal to engage with the query. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, observed that anger is a temporary madness, and in the context of deceit, such emotional responses can serve as a smokescreen, diverting attention from the falsehood. However, it's important to approach this indicator with the Stoic principles of understanding and context. Not every defensive reaction is an indication of deceit. Some people may respond defensively due to the nature of the question, past experiences, or their personality traits. Therefore, while a defensive or aggressive response can be suggestive of lying, it should be weighed alongside other factors and behaviors. A Stoic approach involves observing such reactions, but also considering the broader situation and the individual's typical response patterns, allowing for a balanced. 7. Intuition and Emotional Intelligence. The final indicator, deeply resonant with Stoic philosophy, is the role of intuition and emotional intelligence in discerning deceit. Stoicism, while often associated with rationality and logic, also acknowledges the significance of inner wisdom and intuition. This subtle yet powerful form of understanding can alert us to dishonesty, even when other more overt signs are absent. When interacting with someone, you might experience a nagging feeling that something is not quite right, a sense that the words you're hearing don't fully align with your internal sense of truth. This intuitive sense is akin to what Marcus Aurelius referred to as the inner citadel, a core of personal insight and understanding. In the context of detecting lies, it's this inner citadel that often senses incongruence in someone's narrative or demeanor. It's important to pay attention to these gut feelings, as they are a culmination of subconscious observations and emotional intelligence. However, the Stoic approach to intuition is one of careful consideration. It's essential to reflect on why you might be feeling a certain way, and whether these feelings are influenced by biases or preconceived notions. Intuition should not be the sole arbiter of truth, but rather one component in a larger toolkit of discernment. By combining intuitive insights with careful observation and rational analysis, you can form a more holistic and accurate understanding of whether someone might be being untruthful. This balanced approach embodies the Stoic virtues of wisdom and temperance, guiding us towards a more profound and nuanced understanding of human behavior. In conclusion, the ancient philosophy of Stoicism, with its emphasis on rationality, observation, and emotional intelligence, offers a profound framework for discerning truth in our interactions. As we have explored, signs of deceit can manifest in various forms, from inconsistencies in narratives to subtle nonverbal cues and intuitive feelings. Each of these indicators, examined through a Stoic lens, underscores the importance of a balanced, and thoughtful approach to understanding human behavior. It's crucial to remember that while these signs can be suggestive of dishonesty, they should not be interpreted in isolation. Stoicism teaches us the value of considering the whole picture, acknowledging that human behavior is complex and influenced by a multitude of factors. Just as Marcus Aurelius advised to look within for strength, we must also look beyond surface impressions to gain a deeper understanding of others. As we apply these insights, let us do so with the Stoic virtues of wisdom, justice, and temperance, avoiding hasty judgments or conclusions. In our pursuit of truth, let us also strive to maintain empathy and compassion, recognizing the inherent flaws and vulnerabilities in all of us. By combining our observational skills with a Stoic mindset, we can navigate the complexities of human interactions with greater clarity, understanding, and effectiveness. Thank you for joining us in this exploration of Stoicism and the art of detecting lies. We encourage you to reflect on these insights and apply them thoughtfully in your life. Remember, the journey towards truth and understanding is ongoing, and the wisdom of Stoicism can be a guiding light on this path.